Olá, olá! I'm Ana Santos from PT4U Portuguese Lessons Online. Welcome to one more week, one more video dedicated to this amazing language, and why not to have some fun while doing it, because 5 minutes of Portuguese per day makes you smile every single day. Don't forget these videos and so all the others you can find it in my YouTube channel. Also my podcast, Por Terras de Portugal, e neste dia, while listening and practicing the understanding of this language, you'll learn a little bit more about Portugal, Portuguese history and culture. And you'll find this in all the links and all the transcriptions on my webpage, pt4u.wordpress.com. Meanwhile, on my Facebook page, PT4U Portuguese Lessons Online by Ana Santos, you'll find every single day some challenges, some topics to have a look at. Today, I bring some more fun. You know that I've been talking already about this. It's something that I particularly like, especially because, of course, it's all about language, but an idea that is including how language helps us to construct the idea with short idioms, with these short sentences. You are carrying a lot of meaning in what you're saying, and especially it's interesting when we understand what's behind it, why people say that, and then at the same level, it's been very funny to work with this. What's the correspondent, because there's no translation per se, what's the correspondent in your language? Most of them will have a correspondent, because it's this idea to simplify the meaning that you want to say, even in a long idea. So phrasal idioms are what's a phrase that is common to a certain population. It is typically figurative, and usually it's not understandable based solely on the words within the phrase. A prior understanding of its usage is usually necessary. Idioms are crucial to the progression of language. That's why I keep saying. So imagine this idea: the ball is in your court. In Portuguese, of course, we don't say that. We say, os dados estão do teu lado. The dice are on your side. So the small meaning, I think you can understand this, but with completely different construction. So let's see what I have today for you. Today we have this idea, dar com a língua nos dentes. If we say word by word, it means to knock with your tongue in your teeth. Is the idea to talk, but to talk in this small idea to spill the beans, to basically to spread out something or some things that you shouldn't be known for the others. So spill the beans, spread out the news, and when you are not the one that was in charge to spread out that news. Dar com a língua nos dentes. Then we have this idea, dar o braço a torcer. This idea of dar o braço a torcer is when you really recognize that you are not correct. So you finally realize that it's time to dar o braço a torcer is the idea. I give my arm to someone can twist it. So basically, I'm on the floor admitting that someone is correct. Then falar pelos cotovelos. Cotovelos is your elbows, is the idea. We have a lot of sayings regarding the elbows. Falar pelos cotovelos is when someone, maybe you, cannot stop talking. So when there was those talking someone's ear off. So falar pelos cotovelos, to speak through your elbows, is when you don't stop to talk. Fazer ouvidos de mercador, to pretend not to hear. The idea is fazer ouvidos de mercador is to make your ears as a merchant. So you don't hear people, you pretend not to hear, so you prefer to ignore the problem. Ficar de pé atrás. Ficar de pé atrás is when you put one foot behind, so one step back, is when you have doubts. So you have doubts, you put a step back and you breathe a little bit. So you can ficar de pé atrás with someone, not only with a situation, but also with someone. Finally, one of my favorites, meter o nariz onde não é chamado, to stick your nose where you're not called, word by word in Portuguese, but sticking his nose in someone else's business. So it's this idea, of course, when you try to put yourself to talk about, to make opinions where it's not really your business. This is also one of my favorite, trocar as mãos pelos pés. When you change the feet for your hands to make a hash of something. So you're all confused, you're lost really the control of things. So you're mixing, you're putting everything everywhere. And so it's this idea, trocar os pés pelas mãos. Não pregar olho. Não pregar olho. Pregar is the idea to nail, with imagine with a hammer and with some nails. So you're not nailing your eyes. So basically you don't get a wink of sleep. So basically your eyes are not closing. Não pregar olho. Ser unha de fome. Unha de fome. Unha is a nail. Fome is hungry. So it's the idea of someone that really loves his money and is not ready to give some of it to anyone. So it's a penny pincher. It's mine, it's all mine, and everywhere, anywhere will be mine. Barriga a dar horas. Barriga a dar horas is at this moment my situation. Now I'm going for a small lunch when it's really time to eat something because your stomach is growling. So we say in Portuguese, barriga a dar horas is when your belly is a clock, is ticking. Ter as costas quentes. Ter as costas quentes, this is used in a negative perspective in Portuguese. To have friends in high places, this is the idea that you tend to escape some punishment or in the good to go in the correct way, but you have these costas quentes, you have this back that are hot. So have the back hot back, and the idea you can handle in a way good for you, but not in the correct way. Finally, ter dor de cotovelo. First, we talked about speaking throughout your elbows. This is the idea, ter dor de cotovelo, to have pains in my elbow. Is the idea of sour grapes. When you're a little jealous, a little envious someone or something, ter dor de cotovelo. So I hope you liked it. Don't forget that learning is a matter of gathering knowledge. Wisdom is applying that knowledge. I hope you're already in the wisdom level in Portuguese, but especially it's the idea of never giving up and always knowing a little bit more every single week. So these videos you'll find in my YouTube channel, my podcast. While you can practice the language, you can find in my webpage, pt4u.wordpress.com, and also in my Facebook page, where you can find every day some suggestions, some topics to have a look. And also with this Portuguese, Portugal, and history in Portugal, don't forget. Have fun. Ciao, ciao!